preface to everybody out there that this is a kind of a disturbing video to watch. This is my first time watching it too, so let's get into it. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss a live, and do not forget to like my video. It really helps out my channel. So let's get right into it. So there she is, waiting at the subway station, 34th Street Herald Station. 4 a.m., just attended a Thai concert. It was an American Thai rapper. She's alone, and something that is very important to note here is there's no police officers. It's also very important to note that the security cameras are not the best quality. And apparently a lot of them, and she pointed this out, that a lot of the security cameras actually were not even working when this event occurred. So they couldn't actually get a good photo of him. So let's get into it. This is my first time watching it too. I hope it's not too graphic. Yeah, so he comes up from behind and just starts attacking her. Terrifying, terrifying. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Alright, Shalom, more praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash. Divine to the apostles and elders, great millstone, salutation to all the brothers and a few sisters out there. Unto the Zai foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom, in Hebrew, which means peace. Gonna be a quick show. I'm gonna land back on the show I just did because I found the video that I was looking for, as you can see. And this exactly happened. Well, this is 2 months ago. And I was basically just breaking down that how crime is on high here in the metropolitan areas here in New York. And it's not just New York, it's all over. And the trend of New York lately, that's what the news media is about, Asians, which is Moab, Ammon, and so forth. But the trend that they're not really focusing on, which I'm just based on for what I've seen. All right, so this guy was breaking it down. This was 4 in the morning when this happened, and this woman, she was by herself, without any man. All right, so this is all for all you women out there that's independent, that think that you could go out any time on we of the night that you feel like you're safe, no harm is gonna happen unto you. Look at this chick. She got her ass beat. All right. And there was no man to help her. 4 in the morning. What are you doing out there? Okay. What are you doing out there? And I remember when I was a kid, there was women wear purses, but there was a time where in the city where it was real bad for everybody, you got women to get in these purses snatches, so what they would do, they would strap it around themselves so nobody can steal their purses. I remember my mother she used to put her, she used to strap a purse around from her neck on down, like how they used to do in the ancient days. And everybody back then had to have a knife or something. But today's environment, the way the setting is, especially women actually think they're safe. They think they're untouchable. And things like this should have you women in concern, because now we're in that time where judgment is coming. All right, judgment is coming. And I'm just using this as an example. There's plenty of other examples, but I just wanted to use this particular video as an example to show what level we are in. And we are in where nobody gives a fuck about nobody. Okay? We living in those heartless days, those cruel days. And the things that people was doing before that would have gotten you to get away pretty much with murder is no longer working no more, especially in women. Okay, especially in women. Now is judgment come for you. Well, actually, I shouldn't have done that, but because there was a whole bunch of things. Because you had a gook woman. She was a pretty looking chick. She got juked up by a homeless Jake. All right. There was another Asian woman that got pushed on a train, and you starting to see a trend. All right. Yeah, they'll say, oh, Asians are being attacked. Asian hate crime and all that. But the real trend is that women are in danger. Okay. This is no longer safe for you. It is about damn time. Real quick. Just gonna make this short. Isaiah 32:9. It says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease," because, like Apostle Gabar had mentioned, metropolitan pretty much is based upon cities are made for women. If you go to the mall, majority in the mall are women, and a group of guys is trying to get a couple of girls, whatever. But majority are women. Window shopping, pretending like they about something, and vain creatures that's all about themselves. So in a society like this, where you got 911, something goes bad, you could call the cops, you could call outsiders to prevent bad things from happening to you, instead of you being cautious for your own safety. Now, why would a real woman be out there at 4 a.m. by herself? Let's really think about that. All right. You have your regular time where everybody's around, and you have times where nobody should be out there, because there be spirits out there. So these people have been in an ease state, man. Because Babylon, which is America, has that feminine vibration to it. So it lulls everybody to sleep. So when people are not looking behind their backs, they're not concerned about anything. They were just at ease. It says, "Hear my voice, O you careless daughters, give ear unto my speech." And every time we used to be mainly like back in the days, like 34th, the busy metropolitan, 34th Street was like the world's coming together. 34th and 42nd, these are the places where the world's come together. And we used to go out there and speak these words when, nobody would hear it. Because he was telling these women, men, and so forth that the days of comfort is no longer here. The days of being careless is no longer here. Okay? It's going to get to a point where things are going to get real bad. It says, "Many days and years shall you be in trouble, you careless women." And why does the Lord keep saying that? Because they're careless. All right. There's who said it the best? It was a film. Yeah, Godfather. Was it Marlon Brando? He played the Godfather, and he told Michael Corleone, yeah, when he came to visit him with his grandson and everything like that, he was speaking, and the father was breaking, he was giving some knowledge, even though he was kind of losing himself, dementia, he's getting older. But he made a statement. He says, women and children can be careless. Something to that effect. They can be careless, but men are not supposed to be. So it's something to that extent. I can't remember verbatim. But he made that statement because women and children are pretty much the same. They're not concerned about their environments. Because when a child's in a jovious state, foolish, jovious, and so are women. That's why you watch a lot of films of ancient worlds and everything like that. And women just concerned about the most dumbest things possible. In a society like we have today, when you have a whole bunch of things on television, from soap operas to reality shows, and you got TikTok, you have all these OnlyFans, you got all these things that's encouraging simplicity. It leads the door of careless. Matter of fact, let me see what the word careless. Some careless. It says but batak to trust in, have confidence in, be confident, to be bold, to be secure. To feel safe, and that's the key right there. The second meaning, to feel safe, be careless. So going back to this particular video, this chick right here, she was careless.
Occurred, so they couldn't actually get a good.
She was careless. She wasn't. She felt.
So let's get into it. The best quality, and apparently a lot of them. And she pointed. Oh my goodness.
She was careless. She was not. She felt safe.
Wow.
But now she no longer feels safe. All right. A
lot of them, and she pointed this out.
As you can see in the background, let me see if I get a better. That's much better, right? So she's standing there. This is what all of us do when we go in the subway. Waiting for the train to come. And in those particular time, witchy hours, which is 3:30, 3 o'clock in the morning to 4, you drunk and you just had a good time, and the train don't run right. They run at a slower pace. All right, you might get a train like every half an hour. If you miss it, kind of fucked. But when you in this state, even if you in the state, you got to keep your eyes peeled. You got to look around, make sure nothing weird is going on. I know, because I used to be out there like that. But for her, she really thought it was all good. All right. But boy, that morning, she didn't think that was going to happen.
A lot of the security cameras actually were.
Anyway, so let's go to the action. So here it is. He drags this woman.
So he comes up from behind and just starts attacking her. Terrifying.
He just grabs this bitch from behind. Right? Her being careless, not concerned about her environment.
Oh my goodness.
Takes her.
Wow.
And let her know shit is real. At that moment, she probably was thinking, damn, I wish I wasn't here. I wish a man was there to fight this off, because she put herself in that predicament. And let's be real. And we live in a society where accountability is not a thing. People just don't like to be accountable for their own acts. All right. Now, from the outside point of view, this might sound heartless and cruel and so forth, but in reality, once you're careless, once you have your guards down, what the hell you think is going to happen? Right? Going back to this, it says, many days and years you should be troubled. So it's not just now, a couple of days here. No, this is going to be from society, the crumbling of society. It's over for you women. All right? Black, white, like they will say, Asian, no. From Israelite women to Moabite women to Ammonite women, all women in general, this is going to be bad times for you. All right? And nobody's going to be able to save you. It says, you careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled. ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. And that's when the Lord was speaking of the Israelite woman. Because in this society, she's propped up, she's lifted up highly, and she dressed provocatorily. Hey, just like this chick. She was a supermodel, you know. She thought her shit don't stink. Nobody would ever do that. She's beautiful. She probably got a whole bunch of compliments, men gawking at her. Well, same man that's gawking at you. It's a man that just bust your shit. But this is what's happening now, man. I'm gonna end it off on this. I ain't gonna make this long, but it's reality, man. Matthew 24:12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound. What's iniquity? Sin. Let's look up this. Let's look it up. It says, among the condition without law. All right, we live in a society where there is no law. There's laws in the books. There's laws to be practiced, but there's no law in morals, man. You could do whatever you want. So what happens when these things increase? This is what happened. It says because of violating it, contempt and violation of law, iniquity, wickedness. And that's the definition of iniquity in the Greek. All right? It says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And what ends up happening now, these people, because they're so accustomed of this lawless behavior, they don't have no love, period. Now, I'm not going to look it up. I already know people go out there and look at themselves. There was a couple cases where women just got raped in the train. One woman in Philly got raped and nobody did nothing. They saw it right in public. They didn't do nothing. There was another woman in New York City who was getting raped and nobody did anything. They stood there. You know, a couple of people, when the guy felt like he got caught, that's why he stopped and he ran. All right. So when the society is accustomed of being lawless and doing things for the moment, for the pleasure, this is what end up happening. All right. And there's going to be a lot more of these things that's going to come out. That's what makes this, we always got something to talk about, because in reality, we living in those times, man. All right. We living in those times. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nations of shalom.